This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let's start the session. Uh, so you got access for recording videos also, right? Srinath and Arun. So Srinath, actually you asked me, right, for the recording videos. Have you got the access for them?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good. Uh, so let's start today's session with the sender HTTP configuration. After that, we will discuss about how we can get the CPI tried in it. Okay. Uh, so are you able to see my screen?
Sir.
Yeah,
Sir.
are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Not visible, sir. Little bit more increase size.
So now,
Yes, sir. Sir, I did not get a recording video from yesterday's class, sir.
okay, maybe they haven't uploaded it. So previous one you got access, right?
Yes, sir. In drive I
Yeah,
have
okay.
got.
Maybe they haven't uploaded yesterday. So sometimes it might. So due to some other busy works, they might not upload that video. So I will check with them. They will upload today. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So are you able to see my screen, right? So just confirm. Are you able to see my screen or not?
Sir, increase little more, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, so So yesterday we configured the integration flow with the start timer, right? So whenever the timer starts, timer event triggered event. So whatever the content modifier information we have, that information we are sending to the target mail server. So target mail server we send. So now what I'm doing is I am triggering the information now from the sender system. So again I am editing, so let me refresh this page once. So when sometimes you will get this type of errors due to the session expiry. Session expiry means like a inactive interval in a Google Chrome page, I mean in the browser page. So let me refresh this once and we can try again. Now it will work. So now let me edit this. So now it will ask for a previous session. So actually, I haven't saved this previously, so that is the reason it is asking for the previous version. So I'm just clicking the recover. So I'm removing this previous configuration of the timer and the content modifier too. So now what I'm doing is to receive the data from the sender system, we will use the start message event. So by using start message only, we can receive the data from the sender system. And also by using end message only, we can send the message to the receiver system. So let's connect these start and then content modifier. So I just connected it. So now I am connecting with the sender to start message to receive the data from the sender system. So here we have to select. So yesterday I shown you, right. So here I am using this HTTPS adapter here. So now I'm using this HTTPS adapter here. So we have to configure that HTTPS adapter. So let's discuss about what are all the default config. So if you wanted to change the name of the HTTPS system, then you can change it. So here you can see now what I'm doing is, so here this is sender, so direction is sender, system is sender. If you want if you wanted to maintain any description about the sender system, you can maintain here, otherwise you can make it as a blank. So here adapter type is HTTPS, and then transport protocol is HTTPS, and then message protocol is none, so because it is always HTTPS. So here in the connections tab, in the connections tab, uh, hi Sharath.
Hi Chandran,
So
sorry
just
for the
we
late.
had this. Yeah, no issue. Just we are discussing about. So previously we configured the sender with the timer, right? So now we are configuring with a sender with a HTTPS connection. So just we discussed these two steps, like configuring the start event from the events, and connecting with the sender to start message. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. So here you can see this general information had. So the sender information, so general, so here it contains a direction and then a type of protocol and type of adapter we are configuring. In the connections tab, in the connections tab we have this address actually. So what is the use of this address is, so what does mean by HTTP? First of all, before configuring, what does mean by HTTP? So uh, to trigger the message to this integration flow, CPA integration flow, the CPA will generate one endpoint URL with the HTTPS connection. So for that endpoint URL, users can, so like a I mean CPA will create a multiple integration flows actually. CPA will create multiple integration flows. So if I use multiple HTTPS adapters at the center side, what will happen is, if I use multiple adapters in a multiple integration flows in a HTTPS adapter, so we have to differentiate them, right? So for differentiating them, so we are using different addresses here. So here I am using the address like invoice. So I am receiving the invoice details from the sender, right? So invoice underscore, so class 10. So just for our understanding, so, I'm using the class 10. So in real time also, whatever the data or whatever the system we are maintaining at the sender side, we will maintain that information here in real time also. So like the type of data and a type of system, so based on that we will configure this endpoint. So with this endpoint here we can connect, we cannot connect with this CPI, right? So we can connect with this after deployment. After deployment, CPI runtime will provide some, CPI runtime will provide some endpoint URL to connect with this iFlow. So for our understanding, I'm disabling the CSRF protection for now, so we can discuss this about later. Okay, CSRF protected, we'll discuss about it later. Okay, so in the condition tab we don't need to maintain any condition here. So if I wanted to maintain any of the limitations in the data triggering from the sender system, so they should send only 10 MB of data. So other than 10 MB, so if whenever the data is exceeded more than 10 MB, the message will fail with the error maximum message size is reached. So like that you can maintain some size of the data here. So the default size of the body is 40 MB. You can make it as a based on our requirement. So now I configured this HTTPS configuration now and general. So this is the configuration about the this HTTP. So I am removing this content modifier as well. So whatever the data we are sending from the sender, the same data will send to the receiver here. Same configuration. So whatever the configuration related to the mail server, the same configuration I am maintaining. So this is called as a pass-through scenario. So whatever the data we are getting from the sender, the same data we are sending to the receiver. There is no transformations, there is no data modification, transformation logics in it. Transformation means data modifications from the one format to other format. So here this is, now I saved this configuration, now I am deploying this. So once we deploy this, where we can check the deployment status, yesterday I explained you, right? So we have to go to the monitoring page. So you can also open the monitoring page in the same page itself, but we cannot see, right? Once I navigate to that monitoring page, you cannot see. So that is the reason I am duplicating this tab here. So I am duplicating this tab, or else if I check the integration flow properties, if I check the white area, I mean like so like empty area in the work area, so here we have a deployment status. So in this we have deployment status, right? So if I click on navigate to manage integration content, it will directly go to the manage integration content tab here. So here you can see manage integration. So if I duplicate it, so again I have to go back to the monitoring page here. So instead of it, if I go for here navigate to manage integration content, so it is directly going here. So now see this invoice mail class 10, right? So class 10. So now we configure this endpoint URL right here. So with this along with this invoice underscore class 10, the CPI will prepare one endpoint URL. Actually for generating that endpoint URL, it might take couple of seconds. So it is deployed. But to connect with this endpoint URL, to connect with this iFlow, the CPI is not created any endpoint URL at. So now see, so within couple of seconds, after refreshing of multiple times, after couple of seconds, it is provided this endpoint URL. See, for every integration flow with the HTTPS adapter, the URL is the same for all up to the HTTP, up to the HTTP. After that, whatever we are maintaining here, that will be added to this endpoint URL. So that will be added to this endpoint URL. So now I'm copying this endpoint URL from where we can test this endpoint URL actually. So from where we can test this endpoint URL. So we can test this endpoint URL in the Postman tool. So what is Postman? So actually for testing the REST APIs, for testing the REST APIs, we will use Postman. So you can download the Postman from the Postman website. So like we had Postman for download for Windows. If you are using Windows system, you can use the Windows version. If you are using iOS, you can use the iOS version. So here download Postman. So just so here you can see Windows 64-bit. So if you are using Windows 64-bit, you can use a Windows 64. If you are 34-bit, you are using 32-bit you are using, then you can use the 32-bit version. So based on our system compatibility, we can download this. So here Windows 64, you can download this. So you can just click on it. So one setup file will be installed in your system. So see now the setup file is installed in our system. So once it is, so I already installed this. So I'm pausing this installing. So once it is installed, so without access of administrator also we can install Postman. Actually it is a portable version, so portable version of the Postman. So without the permissions of administrator also you can install the Postman. So once you double click on the Postman, so you will see this type of window. So this is the actual CPI page actually, I mean Postman application. So initially you will not get this type of a request here. This will be empty. Here what you have to do is you can click on. So first initially we have this type of tab actually. So this type of get option, I mean like get. So whatever the endpoint URL, so you can try from your end whatever the steps I am maintaining here. So if you are stuck anywhere, we can discuss in the next class. Okay. So once installing the Postman, you will get this like this. So here it will ask for sign in and all. You can use the skip option at the below. So based on that, you can directly enter into this page actually. So here I am placing, so whatever the, so here I am using so by using, so how we are using the Google Chrome tabs here. So same way here also you can create a multiple tabs here. So but in a different format. So in the below we will get in a different format. So here I am using the get call, right? So whatever the endpoint URL the CPI generated, if you click on this symbol, it will copy the endpoint URL. So now I configured this, right? So here we have to maintain post call here. So I will explain what is post, what is get, what is put after a few days. So just focus on how we are sending the information from the postman to our CPI integration flow. So now see this is the use into invoice underscore class 10. So in the authorization tab, we have to provide the base authentication. So here for connecting with this integration flow, we have to provide the username name and password, right? Username and password. So we have to provide the username and password. So this is the username and this is the password. So I will show you why I am placing this username instead of my uh, username and password. I will explain you later. So just focus on, so while taking the tenant access, I will explain you the username, how we will get this username and password. Okay, so and also this is the header information. So here I'm not placing any of the headers, so just body. So I'm sending some information to the CPI, right? So here I am taking one of the sample invoice payload, so I am sending this invoice payload from the sender. So just this is the invoice payload. If you want, if you want to use only this invoice payload, so I will ping in the group chat, you can copy it meanwhile in your session, I mean in a temporary notepad or somewhere, so you can save that. So if you want, you can take some of the data from the online as well, some of the data from online as well. So I am pasting this information now. So here I just copied this endpoint URL. After that I changed the changed the operation, it is called as a operation. So I changed the operation to the post, and here authorization I use the base authentication, and after the authorization I place the username and password. Previously I have multiple requests, right? So with that request, so it is automatically filled here. So if you are using first time, we have to place the username and password manually.
Chandra, the data should be XML, no? That we no need to select.
Yeah, no, the data should be whatever it is. So you
Okay.
can place any of the data here. So because this is REST, right, it will support all type of data.
Okay.
So here you can see, so your doubt is clarified, right, Arun? So you
Yes,
can
yes.
place any of, yeah, okay. So we can place any of the data here. So for now, for our understanding, so I am placing this invoice XML payload, invoice XML payload. So now I am triggering the information. So I am sending the information. So now I got the same response. So like if it is successful, I will get a 200 successful response. So now see, I got a 200 successful response. 200 means it is a successful response. So whatever the data we are sending to the target mail server here, so we configured this yesterday like that, right? Hi sender, hi sender or something, hi team like that, right? So hi team, please find the invoice data below. This is the body and thanks and regards Emacs. So same way we got response C. Same way we got response here. So thanks and regards and email. So this is the way with this HTTPS. So now see, let's see at the receiver side. So now see, a few seconds ago, I received this information. So here,
Chandra,
this is the invoice bill. So let me
why we
change the
got
data
this,
to other format. So like,
Chandra, why we got that response?
why
Same
we
message
got?
ID, same response.
Yeah, yeah, here, same response base. Here the default behavior of the HTTPS. So HTTPS adapter is, so the default behavior of the HTTPS adapter is always synchronous. Got it?
Okay.
So always synchronous. So that means whatever the data is reaching to the end message,
Uh,
that means whatever the data we are sending to the receiver system, that data will be written back to the sender system as a response for HTTPS. Got it?
okay.
So the
Only
default
for.
behavior of the, yeah,
Uh-huh.
only for HTTPS. The default behavior of the HTTPS is always synchronous. So for SOAP
Okay.
adapter, we can maintain it is an
Structure. The different based on the structure, it will get the response right for others. But how the HTTPS is only getting the same response? My doubt.
hello.
Yeah, you are audible now.
Yeah, okay, okay. Uh, the same data, whatever the data we are sending to the receiver, That data will be sent to the sender system in the behavior of HTTPS connection.
So
Okay.
we cannot use HTTPS as for asynchronous communication.
Yes, we can use the asynchronous communication for HTTP with the some other patterns. So we can also minimize the response actually. So by using
Oh,
other patterns. So patterns means by using some request reply, we have other options here. So by using
oh,
that request reply, we can connect in between the integration flow with the third party system, and we can minimize the response actually. So I will show you in future how we can suppress the
okay,
response.
okay.
So for now, you can, you can think like HTTPS. We can configure for asynchronous as well, but we need some other configuration for that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now you got it right. How we are sending the information from the sender system to the receiver system.
Yes, yes.
So now one message got successfully processed here. So you can see monitor message processing. So this is the sender to receiver message. We processed it successfully. So now what I'm doing is, so I'm just sending this message from postman. So postman to. So this message from postman to. So here let me trigger the message now. So now see you will get this message as a body. So this message from postman to. So if I check the email here, so I will get a other message here. So that message contains this information. So here it is a dynamic from the sender. So now
Mm-hmm.
this is the inbound communication and outbound communication of the integration flow in CPI.
Chandra, but that thanks and regards, how it is coming by default?
Here you can see in the mail
Just
server yesterday we
ah,
configured, right? So in the
yes,
processing tab,
yeah,
so here we configured this. So here it is dynamic actually. So they say, hi team, please find the invoice data below. So and
okay,
we are taking by using this expression, we are taking the
uh,
dynamic value from the sender. After that, we are adding this is as a constant. So whatever the data we are sending from the source, it will add dynamically here by using this
oh,
expression.
okay, okay.
So here we are adding this constant values here. So this is always constant, right? So that constant value and this dynamic body is sending to the target system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got it now?
Yeah,
Arun, got
yeah.
it right?
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. So now we are configured the sender to receiver. That means inbound and then outbound configuration as well. So now we will focus on how we will get the trial tenant of CPI. Okay. Arun, are you okay to share your
Yes,
screen or else someone?
sure,
Yeah. Okay
sure.
then. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here first, uh, so let me make you as a presenter first. So then, Arun, make presenter. So you got access. Can you please check one?
1 second. Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Are you able to see my screen? Hello,
Yes,
are you able
Arun.
to?
Yes, I can able to see your screen. So first, what we have to do is first. Yeah, I can able to see your screen, Arun.
That's fine.
I can able to see your screen. So you can type in Google with the SAP BTP login. SAP BTP cockpit.
Chandra, what is the difference between BTP and DS, Chandra?
A BTP and
DS, CPI DS.
yeah, actually CPI DSV is different. So this is also one of the service. So from the SAP BTP cockpit actually. So CPI DS is used for a data services. CPI DS means data services. So like a CPI will use it for the data services. For example, if you have a data in the on-premise systems, so that on-premise systems data, I have to send it to the some of the multiple cloud applications. So that is a master data, something we have, right? So CPA DS is different from the CPA actually. So they are
Okay.
providing some of the data services. So based on the data services, we can transfer from the one system to the other system. So that means the source system to the target system. Mostly from a SAP ECC on-premise systems or S4 HANA, and to the target some of the third-party applications with the SAP CPA DS.
Okay. So this is the integration suite, right? BTP integration suite, right? The class
Yes,
which we are
integration
discussing.
suite. Yes, yes, right. So so you can, so once you click on SAP BTP cockpit, so you have a first reference, right? SAP BTP cockpit home. So can you please click on that, Arun?
Okay, this one.
Yeah, yeah, first one. Yes, right. So here we will get two options. First one is a register, and second one is a sign in. So can you please scroll down and some more. Yeah, here we can see sign in and register. If you already have the register with this system, you can use sign in. If not, you can use for a go for register. So click on register now.
Okay.
So now here it will ask for some of the default details. So here scroll down. So here it will ask for the specific names and all. So let me load it. Let me know. Yeah, here business email address. It will ask for a business email address. Not required. You can give the a normal Gmail ID here. So you can give your Gmail ID. So you don't have any account previously in BTP, right, Arun?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. You can create a. You can give your email ID. Yeah. So like first name, last name, company. So mobile number, whatever the mobile number you're using, you can use that one. So because you will get a OTP, like a one-time password while you're registering with the BTP, you will get. So you give the correct mobile number.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So department you can give as a development, or else consulting, something else you can
Sir,
give. No issue. Yeah.
That's it,
So
right?
yeah, research and development. Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, that's it. You can click on submit. You will get a link to your Gmail ID to activate this account.
Yeah, I got the link and
So
I
here,
clicked on activate
yeah, yeah,
password.
you can activate it, right? So you
Yes,
can,
done.
yeah, yeah, you can place your default password there. So once it is
Yes.
done, you can go to the, you can close this tab and go to the
Okay.
BTP cockpit again.
Okay.
So close this tab and go to the previous tab, and you can click on, go to the previous tab once. Let's say SAP BTP we have, right, left side of this business technology platform. Yes, go click on that BTP cockpit one. Yeah. So now you can see you can click on sign in. Yes. Yeah, you can give the user, I mean, mail ID. Yeah. So and click on the continue. Yeah. So maybe I'm not sure. It is very slowly the screen is coming. So after telling, so please check your I mean password correctly. So you can
Mm-hmm.
directly try. You can directly try now. You wanted to change the mail ID, click on the change button
Yeah.
at the bottom.
Ha, ha, ha. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So some lagging of your system actually. Something is logging. So let me come back.
Hello, Chandra.
Yeah, I'm back actually. Some due to network issue. So click on accept. Yes. Yeah, you can click on now. So this is see here. Now one global account is created for your user. So
Yeah.
now you can log in with Gmail ID, or else whenever you are logging with your Gmail ID, or else you can also log in with this P user.
Okay.
P user means like a free user, that is you can practice user. The so simply it can specify like a practice user. So whenever you are logging to, you can also log in with this P user as well. So click on the
Okay.
trial home. So you can click on the trial home. You can click on the trial
Right.
home now.
Where?
So trial
Okay.
home. Yeah, yeah. Trial home button. So we have trial
Here.
home button now. Yes, that one. Yes. So now, so click on the request new code. So you will get a OTP to your mobile number.
Okay.
So, so this is the issue. I can make us many Gmail IDs, but I cannot make this telephone number for multiple users, right? So that is the reason I requesting the student to share their screens.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I need to change here, or else it's not.
No, no, not required. Not required. You can use your mobile number here. So just click on request new code. Then you will
Yeah.
receive one code to your must. Yeah.
Yeah, I received.
Yeah, you can enter it and click on continue. So just for the authentication purpose, they're asking these all.
1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't receive. I think just a second.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Or else you can click on again request new code.
Okay. Hmm. Not received, Chandra still.
So can you please check this 798176161? Is it correct, right?
That's correct only. 78176. Yeah, correct only.
So click on again request new code. If that is the case,
I will get this to mail or phone number only. No, I will get it
phone
to.
number only. Phone number only.
Yes, yes.
So here it is. We have a
We will get a
notification. Your
normal text
telephone number has
message.
already been verified.
Yeah, sorry, the telephone number has already verified. Okay, okay,
Please
I
change
am
your
going to check
telephone.
that one actually. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, like Arun, this telephone number is already verified actually.
That's
So you can use other
continue.
one. No,
It will
no,
not.
continue will not work actually. Continue will not work. So you can use if you have any other mobile number, you can use
Yes.
it. Otherwise, it will not. Yeah, you can. If you have other mobile number, you can use it that one. Yeah, now you will receive the code
Yeah,
actually.
I got it.
Yeah, okay, okay. So actually, I thought that a warning was already from the starting onwards that will available. I thought like that. Yeah. So I haven't checked that one. So anyway, now we got it. So click on accept now.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm able to hear you. Yeah, click on yellow. Yeah, click on yellow.
AWS.
Yes, so here, why it is asking the region here? So here we have a two regions here to store our workspaces. So like we are creating the CPI tenants, we are creating the integration flows, everything, right? So they are providing uh, two resources to store our services inside of the cloud. So AWS is providing in US and Azure is providing in Singapore. So we can choose our nearest server actually. So where whatever the nearest server, we can choose that one. So you can choose any of this. So based on our nearest location is Singapore actually. So you can use Singapore or else you can use US also. US will also work simultaneously. I mean same way. So but based on the documentation from SAP, so whatever is the nearest location, we can select that one. So you can select Singapore or else you can select a US state. So there is no issue here. So you can select the US state now.
Okay.
Yeah. So and click on create account. So in the bottom create account, right? So to create this tenant will, I mean, like it will create our global account and a default trial sub account and our organization and a space in the cloud. So it might take a
Okay.
couple of seconds. Uh, so let's wait.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a one time setup. So actually in real time it will be done by our BTP administrator, not by us actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a one time setup, but CPA developers also need this information actually, how they're creating the BTP account and how they are creating sub account. So all information should be known by CPA developers as well. Should be known by
Uh,
CPA developers.
BTP administrator means like a basis consultant or like how it
Yes,
is?
yes, basis consultant only. Basis consultant. So previously we are quality when we are using PI, like a PI is called as a basis team, right? So like that
Okay.
we have a BTP administrators. So basis team only the BTP administrators.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Continue.
now it is created. Yes, click on continue. So now it is a global account and space. Everything is created. Now you can click on go to your trial account. So click on go to your trial. Yes, yes. So just so it is showing like overall trial period will be 90 days actually. So previously it is on a 365 days. So 90 days actually. So within the 90 days, so it will give the first access for 30 days. If you are an active user, it will automatically extend for other 30 days. So if not, your trial account will be locked, just locked. That's all, just locked. That means your information will not be deleted from the cloud. So after 90 days, it will delete every information from the your trial tenant. So like if you create any sub account, if you create any of the CPA flows, everything will be deleted after 90 days actually. So this is the information you are getting. So once after 90 days, if it will take if you wanted to get other, I mean if you wanted to work in CPI, just you can process, I mean you can proceed the same steps. So whatever you are taking today, after 90 days, once deleting the account, same steps we have to follow again. So except the mobile number authentication and all, so you can directly go into the CPA trial tenant and you can start the selecting the region and you can create the sub accounts and all. So just click on this close. So the trial period is 90 days actually. So after that, you can again create the account with the same Gmail ID, no issue. That will also
We
extend
cannot
for 9.
extend the duration.
You can if you need more than 90 days, we have to pay for that one actually. Before 90 days,
Oh,
before 90 days, we have to pay for that one. So if not, after 90 days, it will automatically delete from your global account.
okay.
Yeah, click on close now. So just for the information, so why they are giving this new SAP BTP trial period is, so previously it is on a 365 days. That is the reason it is reduced to 90 days. So that is the reason they given as a some one pop-up. Like whenever we have update from CPI or BTP cockpit, we will get that type of pop-ups.
Okay.
So now here you can see we already created. So the CPI itself created, the BTP itself created, the BTP itself created one sub account here. So if you want, you can create other sub account by using this create option. I already shown you in a previous session how we can create the sub account. So or else you can use the same sub account here. So click on the trial sub account here. In the below we
Trials.
have the trial sub account. Yes, trial sub account. So no. Key in the below we have sub account, right? Yes, that one. Click on it. So now all the services related to the CPI, I mean related to the BTP will be available here. So like a BTP is a business technology platform. All the cloud services are available in CPI. So all the cloud services are available in the BTP. So here this is the sub account trial. So I already shown this is the sub account domain and the provider is Amazon web services and region is US. So here at the left side we have a menu, right? The services and cloud foundry entry. So select the services one. So like
Services.
yeah, services. The second one. Yeah. So go to the service marketplace. Click on service marketplace. So in the service marketplace, we have all the related information to the different services actually. So here SAP BTP is providing total 53 services here. So you can search for integration suite.
Okay.
So or else if you scroll down, you can also find that one actually. So in the below integrations, we have integration. So you can scroll down, you can find that one actually. So you can scroll down once, scroll down. Yeah. So you might so scroll down. So instead of it, you can search, right? You can search way for integration suite. Yes. So see here, integration suite, right? So you can click on. We have it three dots, right? At the so click on just create symbol. Click on create symbol. So now just so here we have to select the service. You already select the integration suite. The trial plan also the trial only because we don't have any other options other than trial. So just click on create. So like you can click on view subscriptions. When you click on view subscriptions, it will go to the instances and subscriptions at the left side menu. So previously
Okay.
we selected service marketplace, right? So now it
Yeah.
is going to the instances and subscriptions. So
Okay.
now you are subscribed. You are subscribed to the integration suite service. So that means you are just created the service. So like you are subscribed to the integration suite. So but the internally integration suite contains multiple operations actually. So to activate to provision that services we need some roles actually. So at the left side we have security, right? Security is one of the
Yeah.
option. So you can click on that security and go to the default identity provider. So extend the security option there. So extend the security option there. Yeah, go to the users. Go to the users. So here we
Okay.
have a user, right, at the first option, users. So you can click on that user. So like we have this option, right, the Arun J24. So you can click on that user, just click on it. Yeah, it will. So once you click on it, it will have to. So here you can see right side we have the option, right? So you can scroll the right side option. Can you please scroll the right side window once? So right side frame, it is called as a different multiple frames here. So you can, here we have a assigned role collection, right? So you are the sub account administrator now. So for activating CPI, we have to add other role, that is a CPI provisioner. So like a integration provisioner option. So click on the assigned role collection. So see here, we have a multiple roles here. So search for integration provisioner. So scroll down, or else search with the I,
What?
or else integration provisioner.
फ्राइड
Integration
चपाती
provisioner.
पराठा नो ओके वॉशरूम आजो
Yeah, integration provisioner. So you can select that one and click on assign role collection. So without this role, you cannot provision integration suite actually. So click on assign role collection now. So now this role added to your user. So see here, this role collection is successfully added. So now what is the next step is, first the step is to create, to subscribe to the integration suite. Next we have to add the integration provisioner role, and again go back to the service marketplace. I mean instances and subscriptions. Again go back to the services and instances and subscriptions. At the left side menu, yes, you can scroll up. Yes, instances and subscriptions. Yeah. So you can click on this integration suite we have right at the application. So you can click on it. Integration suite. So yes, you can click on it. So now you are redirecting to the integration suite home page. So now, so there is no capabilities added to here. So like this is also a new announcements. Whenever we got updates in CPI of any component, you will get a CPI related updates here. So you can close this one. Yes. So here we have to click on add capabilities. Add capabilities. So here CPA is providing total uh, 5 services like Cloud Connector and Integration Advisor and different, right? So you can select all the options, build integration scenarios, manage API, select all the options here. So whatever the options we have, implement interface mapping, and then manage trading partner, and then extend non-XCP connectivity, all. You selected all, right? Just once you selected all, just click on next. So here we are selecting whatever the uh, requirements we require. So like if you require only the CPI, then you can select a build integration scenarios, that one. If you don't need a API management, you can deselect the API management. So like that, whatever the service you require, you can select. So for now, this is trial tenant, right? So we are using everything here. So just click on next. So this is for messaging queues. So internally we have a JMS queues. For that JMS queues we are using. So if you require the API Business Hub Enterprise, you can select this. Otherwise, you can click on next. You can select it, no issue. So just wanted to explore all the things in trial, you can select this. You can select enable that API. Yes, you can click on next. So once you are clicking on next, so you will get a different types of whatever summary, whatever the options we selected, that all information is available here. So now you can click on activate. So if you click on activate, it will redirect to other page. So that means, so it will show you the status like what are all the in progress. So for generating CPI tenant, it will show 60 minutes, but it will create within 5 minutes. So here you can see, if you scroll down, we have a multiple capabilities like integration advisory and trading partner management, API management. We have multiple. So So like that, so whenever it is done, it will show you the endpoint URL of the particular service. So if the trading partner management is enabled, then it will show you the trading partner management endpoint URL. If the cloud integration is done, cloud integration means CPI. So if it is done, then it will show you the cloud integration endpoint URL. So it might take a couple of minutes actually. So meanwhile, so it might take couple of minutes. So meanwhile, I will show you what are all. So once it is provisioned, once it is done, you have to add. So go back to the trial tenant, trial home BTP cockpit once are done. So meanwhile, it will provision the tenant. It might take more than 10 minutes actually. So go back to the previous tab, that is trial home of BTP. So click on the yes, this one. Yeah. So here, go to the users now. Users now. At the security left side, we have users, right? Yeah. So previously we have a minimal. So you click on the user and go to the assign role collection. Previously we went right. So same, use the same one. So select that one and go to at the below. So scroll down the right side window. So click on assign role collection. So now see here API management dot self service dot administrator. So previously we don't have this many uh, roles actually. Why? Because it was the API management was provisioned already in the integration suite. So if you go to the next tab, so the last tab, so go to the integrate. I mean next tab. So like we have integration suite open, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, open to the last tab, okay, open the tab actually. So here you can see open connectors, integration assessment, and API management was activated actually. So that is the
Yes,
reason
yes.
we are getting the API related roles actually. API related
Oh,
roles we got there. So once the CPA also done, CPA related uh, roles will also available there at the user roles. So here
okay.
this is still in 0%. So what are all the required roles for CPI developers to access the CPI system? What are all the required roles? So the required roles are, so see now it is 11%. So meanwhile, let me share my screen. So based on that, you will get what are all the required uh, roles actually. So let me show you that. So this is BTP. Are you able to see my screen?
Loading.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Some the main roles for CPA developers are PI administrator, PI developer, and PI read only, and we have a other. Let me check that one. So here this is the users, right? So see, so some of the users, so like for example, CSP Gold 143. So you can see these are the roles for CPA developer. So here you can select. So these are the roles: PI administrator, PI business expert, PI integration developer, PI read only. So once it is provisioned, so integration suite is provisioned. So once the integration suite is provisioned, you will get the details like this. So like build integration scenarios, API management, everything you will get like this. So once it is done, so here you can see you have to add these four roles actually. P administrator means the administrator can do anything in all the options here. So like discover, design, and then monitor and settings. So if it is a developer, developer will not, if I have only the developer access, developer will not have the setting symbol, and he cannot create any of the certificates inside of it in the monitoring. He cannot upload the certificates. So like that, we have a restrictions for a developer. So read only means, so support developer. Some of the support developers are there uh, in the system, right? So support developers also there in the project. So they had only the read only access. So if I wanted to provide only read only access to the particular user, you can use the read only access. So now what we have to assign is, you can assign all the four roles to access CPI base. Okay. So how much percentage it was done, Arun?
It is done already, I think.
Yeah,
It
you
is
received
done.
the endpoint URL also received.
Like, can I share my screen?
Yeah, yeah, sure. You can share your screen. So let me make you as a presenter now. Yeah, I just make you as a presenter. You can share your screen.
Like endpoint URL means where you are asking.
Yeah, like scroll up, scroll up. So activated now. Okay, click on OK. So actually previously here we will get an endpoint URL actually. Click on OK now. At the bottom we have OK, right? So click on OK. So now see, build integration scenarios, manage API and manage trading partner, implement interfaces and mapping. In the below we have a open connectors and integration assessment as well. So now see, we have the integration suite, but you cannot see the discover, design and monitor and setting symbol at the left side. See if you observe.
Yeah, yeah.
That means you don't have access for it actually. So go back to the trial home again, BTP trial home again. So now just close this option and again you can try for them. Just close this option once. So close this assign role collection tab. Again go to the assign role collection. Assign role collection. Click on assign role collection. So now see, you can search for PA. So just search for PA.
Nothing.
So no roles added, right?
Yeah, maybe it will take some time or what.
Yeah, yeah, it will take some time actually. So here once it is done, so you have to add that four roles actually, like a PI administrator, PI business expert, PI integration developer, and PI read only. So you can
I'll.
close this, or else you can refresh the page once. It will reflect immediately actually. So just refresh the page once, and we can check. So select the user again. Same way. Click on add role collection assign. So now you can search for PA. Yes, now we got it right. So select these four roles and then assign role collection. So if you go to that integration suite and refresh the page once, refresh the page once. Yeah. So sometimes it will take actually. So here you can see still you are not able to see, right? Go to
Yes.
the incognito tab once. Incognito tab. Incognito. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So or else if you now you can log into the SAP BTP here and you can try for the SAP integration suite. Same steps. So how to open the CPA also same steps. So whatever the steps we follow, same steps. So actually, so if you are not able to access that CPI page and the design discover and still in the incognito also, it might take more than 30 minutes to update actually. Sure, that roles will apply to the user within 30 minutes. So you can, if it is not accessible now, you can try after 30 minutes. Sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So mostly you will access here, I hope. So let's check. So any other one like Sharath and Srinath, any queries? So in this configuration, just follow these configuration steps. So if you struck anywhere, we'll check in the next class. Okay.
Okay, okay, Chandra.
Yeah, yeah.
Chandra,
Okay.
so is it possible to do, I mean, B2B also here in the CPA?
Yes, we can do the B2B scenarios as well in CPI.
Okay. So what are the additional steps required here? I mean, because in our PA there are additional steps required, right?
Yes, extension required in PIPO. Here also we have a trading partner management. So
Okay,
extension means in
TPP.
the CP, yeah, yeah, BTP, TPT, yeah, trading partner TPM. So here also, the trading partner management and B2B scenarios, they are already providing as a default service. We can use them actually directly. We can use them.
Hello, here where I should go?
Yeah, here we have to go to that subscription services and instances and subscriptions. Yeah.
Yeah, now we are able to see.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So now see, now you are able to access the discover, design, and then monitor and settings as well. So you can try practicing yourself. So now other step is to, so while I'm triggering the message from Postman, I shown you that. So let me start. I'm taking the control. Uh, so we are using this username and password right here. So SB. So this is the username and this is the password. To send the messages to the CPI integration flow, we require this role actually. So what is the role? I already configured that one, but I haven't explained about it actually. So like the default user is ESB messaging dot send. So let me explain about that one as well. So see here when I'm selecting this, so here the in the connection tab we have this role actually. So based on the authentication with this role only we can send this message ESB messaging dot send. So whatever the adapter you are using like a soap adapter or else REST adapter, I mean HTTPS adapter or else OData adapter, this role must be assigned to the user. So then only the sender user, I mean, who is triggering to the CPI, that person, that user requires this role. So how we can assign this role to the user? So see here, let me go to the trial tenant. So here in the trial tenant, we have a instances and subscriptions, right? So you already went to this instances and subscriptions. So here in the instances and subscriptions we have instances. So I already created 4 instances here. So let me create a new instance. So here let me create a new instance. So let me create new instance. So here we have to select here process integration runtime. So here process integration runtime. So after that we have to select the plan. So here the plan is for the integration flow. So I would like to trigger message to the integration flow, right? So that is the reason a plan I am using this integration flow. So the runtime environment is Cloud Foundry. So always it is Cloud Foundry. Actually, why it is we are using Cloud Foundry means AWS and third party. Whenever we are using third party backend say backend systems, AWS or Azure, so that will comes under Cloud Foundry. So the Neo and all will be comes under Neo will be comes under SAP prioritized database. So here the space is there. You can give some instance name here SAP CPI underscore class. So class 10. So just for our understanding, just a second. So here you can see I'm creating. So I'm back. So here SAP underscore CP underscore class 10. Just click on next. So now it will see here, so it will add this role to that particular user. So these are all a default configuration, no need to change anything here. So grant type is client credentials and click on next. So you can also see the JSON format here. So this JSON is adding this roles. So client credentials and then ESB messaging.send. So click on next and click on create. So now see it was created. So now for class 10 it is created just now. So see it is creating, creation in progress. So class 10 creation in progress. It might take a couple of seconds. So let's see. Now it is created. So here we don't have any key for class 10. How to create the key here? So just select this class 10. Now you will get a right side frame. In the right side it will open other frame. So here service key we have, right? So service key, just click on create service key. So now it is also asking for the name actually. So CPI, so just CPI iflow. I'm giving CPI underscore iflow, CPI underscore iflow, and just click on create. So now see it will create a CPI iflow service key here. So once it is created, you can click on view credentials actually. So then you will get the client ID and client secret inside of it. So now it is created, right? Let me create the view credentials. So see here, this is the client ID we are using to trigger the message to the CPI. So this is the client ID. So let me check this, it is working or not. So previous one is this one. So I'm removing this previous one. I'm using the latest one now. So see, the previous one, the password is starts with CB. Now the new one, the client secret is starts with 34. So see, let me copy this. So now I am placing the new one. So now I place new one, right? So whenever I trigger the data, so same endpoint, your class 10 invoice, first invoice, right? So now I'm triggering this information. So see, it is accepting the information. So now got it, how we are sending, so how we are creating this endpoint URL, this one. Also we can configure, this is for OAuth authentication. So how we can configure this OAuth authentication, we'll talk about later. So for now, you can focus on this client ID and client secret. So you might get some question here. So like whenever we are creating one new integration flow, if the sender system is multiple systems, so every time we have to create a new service instance for every user. No, it is not required actually. So this ESB message.send, we can get it by the service instance, or else you can also assign role to the one of the user. So in the users, so see here, I am using my user to send the message here. So that user is sapcpi098 at the rate gmail.com. I'm logging with my gmail.com. So this password I'm using is my password to connect with my server. So I'm using my password. So if I send with my username and password, I will get a 403 forbidden error. So because the user doesn't have this role. So see 403 forbidden. I don't have access to send the message to the CPI flow. 403 forbidden. So how I can send the information with my user? So I have a requirement with the, so without service instance, I would not like to use the service instance here. So I would like to use the username and password only. So see here SAP CPI 098 we have, right? So we have a role message send. So here we have a roles, internally we have a roles. So we have a multiple roles here actually. So in the message send, so let me search for the send option here. So here message send, if I assign this role message send role to my user, then I can able to send the message to the CPI integration flow. Then I can able to send the message to the CPI integration flow. So how I can send it? So here I have a option to add only the role collection, not with the roles actually. So see, when I select any of the user, it is asking for only the role collection. It is not requesting to add so assign role collection. That means we have to create a role collection now with that message send. So let me create a role collection. How we can create a role collection is, so here you can so go to the role collections in the security and click on the plus button here. So and I am giving role collection underscore, just for our understanding, class 10. So just create it. So now you can select for uh, search for class 10. So here we have class 10, right? So here let me open this and add required roles to it. So here this is the role names. So here we have to edit this one, and here we have to select the roles. So once I'm browsing the roles, all the roles will be available here. So send. So if I search for the send, it is not showing. So here you can see message send, right? So this is the, you can select this option and add it here. So now this role is added to this role collection. Now you can able to add this role collection to the existing users. So role collection, now that role collection contains message send, right? Message send role. So now you can add this role collection actually. So now class 10 or C class 10. Now I'm adding this role collection. So now see, I added this role collection, right? So RC, so like let me search for that one, role collection. So see RC class 10. So this role collection contains this message sent role name. So now you can see previously I got a forbidden error, right? While I'm triggering. So now I added this role, right? So if I trigger the message now, that message will send to the CPI. So it might take couple of minutes to activate this. So let me try again. It might take couple of seconds. So I just added, right? So I just added this messaging send, right? So it might take couple of seconds to activate for the user. Let me try again. So it's still not able to send the data. So you can try once you added the role, you can try after a couple of minutes, so then it will work actually. So here we can send the message to the CPI integration flow in two ways. First one is by creating the service instance. In that service instance we have a client ID and client secret. We can send the information with that option, or else you can add a message send role to the existing user. That user also can send the information to the CPI integration flow. So clear, for implementing this interface, so whatever the interfaces we configured, we already explained all the prerequisites like HTTPS configuration, mail configuration, and then how to get the CPI trial tenant, and to trigger the data to the CPI, how to create the service instance, and how to create the, just a second. Yeah. So all the prerequisites to configure this integration flow we covered. So any queries here? Anyone?
So Chandra, in general, these will be taken care by basis, right? I mean, administrator
Yes, sir.
who.
Most of the cases it will be taken care by a basis team only. So that the creation of the service instance, that user access details, all will be taken care by basis team only. That means BTP administrators. Here they are called it as a BTP administrators.
Okay, got it.
So actually, you thought that this will be taken care by basis team, but here this is a newly evaluating, right? So like a
Yeah, yeah.
CPI and this BTP are newly evaluating. So that is the reason the architectures and the leads and basis developers doesn't know all the configurations actually. So for example, they know how to get the CPI trial and all, but if you go for I would like to send a message to the integration flow, CPI integration flow, they don't have idea how to add the service instance and how to add this messaging send information all, right? So because they don't have idea on it, so that is the reason if we provide direct information, So like I would like to send information, I mean a message to this integration flow. So I need this role to send the message to the integration flows. Can you please add it? If they don't have any idea on it, so we can explain in clear manner, so based on that they will add the roles. So that will be added advantage. And also each interview they are asking for, so now they are expecting us to do work on the BTP configuration related to the CPI as well. So in every interview, so when you are attending in CPI interview, so they will also ask for what is the configuration in BTP to get the CPI tenant, and what are all the required roles, and what are all the how to create a service instance. These questions we are getting in interviews as well. So even it is a task for basis team as well. So we are in a stage to configure the BTP configuration as well. So that will be added advantage for us. That is my intention here, to explain all these configurations.
Okay.
Yeah. So clear? Any queries?
Yeah, okay, Chandra. We will.
Yeah, you can practice from your end. If you have any queries, we can discuss tomorrow. Okay?
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Thank you. We'll
Thank
connect
you.
tomorrow same time. Yeah. Okay. So I hope mostly you can try today itself in a free time. So based on that, we can start learning from today itself.
Yeah, Chandra, one doubt. When we trigger data, if it gives like a bad request, what does it mean?
400, right? Bad request.
Yes.
So bad request means you made some uh maybe like you haven't provided the body or something like that actually. So like body is not in a proper manner, or also
Okay.
endpoint URL you have not configured properly like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll explain what is the
Sir?
400, what is 500, what is 200. So we'll explain
Yeah.
it about it later. So based on the
Sure,
code
sure.
also we can find where is the error exactly.
Okay. Sir,
as
fine, fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
sir,
Okay.
as I am fresher. Hello,
Yeah, Srinath. Yeah. Tell me.
sir, as I am fresher, how can I give company name, sir, to create a SAP
Yeah.
account?
Yeah, you can give any TCS, Wipro, whatever it is, no issue. No one will ask
Okay.
about it actually. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. No issue. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Chandra.